Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Mahmud Hassan, Assistant Teacher, Greenfield School and College. Dear student of class 7, today I am going to discuss about lesson 12, management of poultry disease. Birds, as like human beings, suffer various diseases too. Non-conformity with the normal health factors of human beings and birds and animals is called disease. An unnatural symptom in a body is considered as the manifestation of disease. Disease management means prevention, identification, and medication of this disease. Primarily infected chickens can be identified by observing the external symptoms. The symptoms of a sick chicken are given below. Number one symptom is a sick chicken gets separated from the flock, dozes, sitting on a ground, food or water intake decreases or stops, feathers of chicken look messy, abnormal defecation. Birds are infected by disease for various reasons. Main cause of disease is germs. Viral and bacterial disease of fowls are very critical. There is no treatment of viral diseases. So, if the disease break out, the poultry cannot be saved. Besides these, parasitic disease cause great harm to chickens. To prevent viral and bacterial disease, fowls should be vaccinated regularly. Preventive power in chicken's body develops after vaccination. This is why all the chickens in the farm or homestead should be vaccinated at the same time. Few names of diseases are given below. Number 1, viral diseases, Ranikhet, Gamboro, bird flu, etc. Number 2, bacterial disease, fowl cholera, fowl typhoid, puloram tuberculosis, botulism, etc. Number 3, parasitic disease. Two types of parasites are seen both inside and outside of the body of chicken. Outside body parasite like louse, attai and mite develops under the feathers. Chickens are mostly attracted inside the body by the parasite like roundworm and tapeworm. These worms take a share in the nutritious food of a chickens. Many worms suck blood from the body of the chicken. Besides, chickens suffer from blood dysentery quite often. Protozoa is a cause of the disease. Domestic animals stay in the farmhouse for a long time. If they are infected by disease, they can be cured by giving treatment and brought back to the production again. But this is not possible in a commercial poultry farm. So, the following steps should be resorted to prevent disease in the poultry farm. Number 1, pen and adjacent areas should be kept clean. Number 2, predatory birds of animals should be restricted from entry to farm. Number 3, vaccination should be given timely. Number 4, chickens should be provided with fresh food. Number 5, chickens should be supplied with pure water. Number 6, balanced food should be given to the chickens. Number 7, arrangement should be made to keep the poultry bed dry. Number 8, poultry excretion should be preserved at a distance from farm. If any disease break out in poultry farm, a veterinarian should be contacted without getting panic, and the following steps should be taken. Isolate the sick fowl and keep it under observation. Arrange pathological tests of the feces and urine if required. In case of severe viral disease, all the chickens must be destroyed. Dead bird must put keep in the ground. Infected chicken should not be sold out in the market. Treatment should be provided on advice of veterinarian. Now I am going to discuss about process of goat rearing. Goat is an important domestic animal. A goat gets the ability to conceive in 7 to 8 months. It is very popular among farmers because it can give birth to 2 to 3 kids at a time. A castrated goat weighs 15 to 20 kg in 12 to 15 months. The goat meat is called shaven. Shaven or mutton is very delicious. So there is a great demand of goat in the market. It is called so because cow rearing demand more money for the initial investment, housing and food. Goat rearing in a traditional method in the villages, goats are reared by letting them free or by tying them up in the field, in the garden and in the roadside spaces. Generally, no additional food is supplied to them. During the rainy season, the farmers cut off the leaves of different trees and give them to the goats to eat. They allow their goats to take shelter at night time in their room or in another room of their house. Scientific method should be followed if the goats are reared for commercial purpose. In this method, the importance is given on the housing for the goat, its food and health management. In a scientific method, goats are reared in confined or half confined processes. If there is no grazing field or any space for tying up the goats, confined processes is adopted there for goat rearing. Goat rearing in confined process. Goats are reared in the fully confined process. In this method, a high and dry land is selected for building a house for the goats. In this process, the house for the goats can be built in a cost-effective way by using wood, bamboo, tin, thatch, golpata, etc. While making the house, it should be remembered that an adult goat requires 1 square meter area for itself. If the floor is damp, a platform must be built in the house for the goats. In this process, green grass, granular food, and water are supplied to the goats in a fully confined state. But the goats enjoy better health if they are taken out to graze for a couple of hours. If a farm is started with fresh goats, they should not be kept in a confined state at the beginning. Gradually, their grazing time should be reduced. There will be no trouble in food uptake once the goats get adjusted in the new environment. Goat rearing in half confined process. At the time of goat rearing in this method, a blend of confined and free process is followed. While confined to the farmhouse, the goats are supplied with the granular food. While grazing in the field, they eat the grass, green grass. If it is not possible to take them to the field in the rainy season, they must be supplied with the green grass too. Lesson 14. Management of goat feeding. Feeding management is one of the important factors in the goat rearing. Goats live on the grass and granular food. Besides this, the goats can be fed the mixture of jaggery and the small slices of the fine rice straw. The matter of goat kids should be considered at the very onset of the feed management. Goat keep wean mother's milk in the 2 to 3 months. When they cross 1 month of the age, they should be made accustomed to tender grass and granular food. Green grass, ipil, leaves of jackfruit, khasari, mashkalai, bent grass, baksha, etc. are nutritious grasses for the goats. If there is a scarcity of local grass, high quality Napier, Para, German grass can be cultivated for the goats. Goats can be fed cultivated grass can be fed after cutting or by grazing. This figure 5.30, goat is eating green grass, and in figure 5.31, prepared granular food for goat. Granular food. To meet the nutritional need of the goats, they should be provided with requisite crushed food mixed with green grass, wheat, maize, wheat and rice bran, chaff of various pulses, dried fish powder, etc. are used as granular food mix. Common salt and vitamin mineral mix should be added to granular food. 1 to 2 liter water should be supplied according to the ages of the goats. A granular food mix for goat is given below. Wheat crush 10%, wheat bran 48%, chaff of pulses 17%, oil cake of soybean 20%, dried fish powder 1.5%, bone powder 2%, common salt 1%, vitamin mineral mix 0.5%, total 100%. Now I am going to discuss about the prevention of goat disease. Goat like to stay in a neat and clean place. There should be arrangement of light and air in their houses. Goat always like dry and high land. It needs to be observed that the goats do not catch cold. Because of cold, goats get infected by complicated diseases including pneumonia. This is why a bed of hay or straw should be made to use on the floor in the winter. During winter, gunny sacks should be hung on the wall of the goat because to protect them from the cold. Reasons of disease in goat is mentioned below. Number 1, virus related disease like PPR, pneumonia, etc. Bacteria related disease, goiter, diarrhea, etc. Number 3, parasite related disease. There are two types of parasitic diseases seen in the body. Outside body parasite like louse, attai and mite develop in the skin. Goats are greatly susceptible to inside body parasite like roundworm, tapeworm and leafworm. These worms take a share in the nutritious food of the goat. Many worms suck blood from the body of the goat. Besides, goats suffer from blood dysentery quite often. Protozoa is the cause of disease. When goats are infected in any serious disease, the following common symptoms become visible. Body temperature increases, bristles look straight, food intake and rumination cease, doses and reclines on floor, tear and saliva from mouth comes out. Virus related disease may cause death of goat. Treatment of various infected goat does not help. Goats infected by bacteria may also die, but in this matter, treatment can cure goats in most cases. So, following steps should be restored to prevent disease in the farmhouse for goats. Pain and adjustment areas should be kept clean. Vaccination and worm killing medicine should be given timely. Goats should be provided with fresh food. Goats should be supplied with balanced food and pure water. Arrangement should be made to keep the floor of the goat house dry. Goat excretion should be preserved at a distance from the farm. If any disease break out in the farmhouse of goat, the following steps should be taken in consultation with a veterinarian. Number 1. Observe the sick goat after isolation from other goat and provide medication. Number 2. Arrange pathological test of the feces and urine if required. Number 3. Dead goat must be buried deep in the ground. Now I am going to discuss about keeping method of agricultural accounts, poultry rearing. The requirement of egg and meat can be fulfilled if poultry is reared as a family effort. Besides, a small amount of income is possible by selling extra eggs in the market. Following is the sample debit credit accounts of rearing 100 layers. There are two heads of expenditure in the poultry rearing: A. Permanent expenditure and B. Rolling expenditure. Permanent expenditure. Initial expenditure before starting the poultry farm is called permanent expenditure. These costs include land, poultry, hen, brooder, food pot, water pot, drum and pitcher, box for laying eggs, etc. A table for calculating expenses for rearing 100 layer is given below. Land owned, making poultry house 15,000, price of brooder 2,000, food and water pot 2,000, drum and pitcher 1,000, box for laying eggs 2,000. Total expenditure is 22,000. Figure the first figure indicates one roofed poultry house and second figure indicates brooder house. Rolling expenditure. All the costs started from chick purchase to other daily expenses is called rolling expenditure. At the time of nurturing, 12 out of 100 chicks die, so 112 should be purchased while buying chicks. Major heads of rolling expenditure includes chick price, food purchase, utility bills, vaccination and medication, litter, labor and transportation cost, etc. Layers stay in the farm for 18 months. A table for calculating expenses for rearing 100 layers in a family farm is given below. Chick price 40 taka each. Food purchase 50 kg for each at the rate of 35 per kg, 1,75,000. Utility bill monthly 300 taka. Vaccination and medication 2,000. Litter 1,000. Laborer own. Transportation cost 1,000. Total rolling expenditure 1,88,880. Total expenditure equal to total permanent expenditure plus total rolling expenditure equal to 22,000 plus 1,88,880 equal to 2,10,880. Income. Earning is possible by selling eggs, adult chicken litters and food sacks from the poultry farm. Adult chickens can be sold out in the market after completion of egg laying. Litters can be used as the organic manure in the field and in fish feed making. A table for calculating income for rearing 100 layers in a family farm is given below. Egg selling daily 80 taka per piece, 52 weeks 8 taka per each equals 2,32,960. Chicken selling 200 per each 20,000. Litter selling 500. Food sack selling 100 sack 10 taka each sack, so 1000 taka. Total income is 2,54,460. Total profit equal to total income minus total expenditure equal to 43,580. So this is all for today's class. Thanks for watching this video.